From dummy half goes Gene Miles, trying to crash his way over after his superb game here against Ipswich on Sunday. Dummy half is Lewis. He'll go through himself. He's over. He's the master of play like that, Wally Lewis. No doubt about him, when it's close to the line, Lewis was in quickly to make sure there was a quick play of the ball. There was only the slightest of gaps, but through it he went. He's an absolute genius at that sort of play, Wally Lewis. No hope of stopping him, and Wynnum-Manly score the first try. Here's the NEC replay from behind.
That's what makes the man such a great play. He's read that play, and not too many other footballers in the game would have done that. Charles now 6 points to 2.
Colin Scott converts, and Wynnum-Manly lead Redcliffe in the Winfield State League final by 6 points to 2. But wrapped up by the defence. Brian Naylor's there to stop him. The last coming up for Redcliffe. Back to Duncan Weir. He puts in the little kick just across the face of goal. Biles up for it. He can't take it. It's going to be a try. Michael Webb's in to score. Funnel Webb scores underneath the post.
And Duncan Weir, this is a super kick. I was about to say earlier in the game that Redcliffe would miss Wally Fullerton-Smith with his hit power, but they'll miss that all right, but they won't lose a lot in Duncan Weir. They make up for it in other areas. He's got a superb short kicking game, and there's going to be a 6-pointer as a direct result of it.
There's the kick, the conversion by Trevor Benson. Redcliffe lead by 8 to 6. Last coming up for the Seagulls. Miles is the acting halfback, and he'll run himself from there and pops a super pass to Greg Dowling. Oh, great football. Tell you what, mightn't be far off saying that Gene Miles could be picked as a second rower, because that would be absolutely super play that any second rower would be proud of. Swinging across the face of goal, in fact just flicks the upright and goes away. No goal, and Wynnum-Manly lead Redcliffe in the Winfield State League final by 10 points to 8. Wally Lewis to Miles, trying to crash his way through. Super pass to Colin Scott, then another good one to Ian French, and away it goes to Brian Naylor. Oh, great football by Wynnum-Manly, and Brian Naylor goes in to score. Oh, you won't see some better passes than those. Absolutely freakish passes by Wynnum-Manly, and only great players can pull off football like that in big games. Superb football. It might look easy, but I tell you what, it's damn hard to do.
It's reserved for champions, and there's a couple there. A super pass from Miles to French. French does all the right work and gets it to Naylor, who goes in and scores the try. But that's super passing under pressure, and you've got to be a class footballer to even think about doing that, let alone do it properly.
Tell you what, if Gene Miles pulls a couple of those off next Tuesday night, there won't be much left of the Frankfurt grandstand, I wouldn't think. No, what a great pass.
Look at this. Well, actually to Scotty, and a superb pass from Scott to Ian French. And that's where Ian French is at his best, when he can get a bit of room to move. And he did all he had to do with the ball. And this man, we mentioned on Sunday, he's an underrated member of the football team.
14-8 it is. Here's the kick on its way from Colin Scott. No goal. Waved away. Wynnum-Manly lead Redcliffe. 9.5 minutes short of half-time by 14 points to 8. Lewis. Miles again. To Colin Scott once more. They're working brilliantly together. Then to Scott. Lewis has to juggle the pass. Now gives it back to Ian French, heading for the post. He's in again. Colin Scott and Gene Miles, they're unstoppable tonight. Redcliffe simply can't contain the two Queensland players. And underneath the post, and that, even at this stage, could be the try to wrap it up for Wynnum-Manly. Here's the NEC replay.
The pass was forward, but it's a good piece of football. And again, Gene Miles was the guy that took the Redcliffe defence out of the play by just shuffling across the field. Here we see a Shepherd. But Colin Scott, one of the best players in the game, with his ability to run into a hole.
Of the Winfield State League final, with still 2.5 minutes remaining until half-time. Tackle count restarts. And this will be a penalty to Redcliffe. Indiscriminate kicking by Wynnum-Manly. Flags are up. It's there, and the half-time score in the Winfield State League final is Wynnum-Manly 20, leading Redcliffe 10. Well, that's how quickly they can do it, Wynnum-Manly. From near touch, and it's just short. No goal. So Wynnum-Manly lead Redcliffe in the Winfield State League final by 24 points to 10. It's coming up for Redcliffe. To Murray again. Mel Green gets through just to try and put the kick down. Picked up quickly and given away to Gene Miles. Miles sprinting into the open. They won't stop him. It's Gene Miles first. Daylight second. Wynnum-Manly are in to score and they lead by 28 points to 10. I tell you what, have a look at the replay of this try on the NEC replay and you'll see that Mel Green has a lot to do with this. The way he comes up on Mark Murray and didn't allow Murray to get the kick away properly, and Dawes snapped it up and that was shut the gate.
Yeah, put it down to Mel Green, really. He's the captain of the defensive side for Wynnum-Manly. He leads the way and he's put a lot of pressure on the field kicker there, Mark Murray. And he just didn't have time to get the kick.
League than the big Gene Miles in full flight. Colin Scott converts. It's 30 points to 10.
Went up that right arm of his. You know, if you can get a chance to get over the top at him, you've just got to wrap up the right arm, otherwise he'll offload with that hand.
Peter Dawes getting his pass away to Brian Naylor. Naylor feeds it back on the inside to Peter Dawes once more backing up. Little Peter Dawes backing up a la Terry Lamb style, and here it is again on the NEC replay.
But it's all Dawes. Dawes is involved here in another pass. You see him, he puts Naylor through the hole. Basketball style pass, but good play from him here. You can see him, he's urging him on. Backs up on the inside and takes the pass to go across and score. And he's an aggressive little man, this fella. Not only does he come up with some big hits in defence, but he calls some shots around the centre of the ruck area.
Hits the upright back into the field of play. No goal. 34 to 10 it is before he reaches the quarter line.
The little man Ferrugi, of course, has got to take a lot of raps. Here we go for another try.
Peter Sinclair going straight through a gap. He's got support if he needs it. Fires it back on the inside and they're going to score. Gene Miles touches down for Wynnum-Manly, and that's try number 8. It looked for a moment as if Peter Sinclair had blown it. There was support on the outside. He elected to run himself, and there's a delighted Wally Lewis.
From Wally, and it's pleasing to see the big smile on Wally's face. No doubt Wally knows he's going to be away for interstate and Australian commitments, but he's got a very good young deputy in this fella. And if he listens to what Lewis has got to tell him, he can go right on with the job. And there's Gene Miles again. He just can't stop it well.
Greg Anders just sneaks that replay, that kick over as we go back to the replay of Gene Miles touching down for that try. Greg Anders converts and Wynnum-Manly have reached 40. They lead by 40 points to 10.
The Lewis, the Miles, Scotts and so on. Well, the Queensland Rugby League's in a very healthy state.
Oh, some bad defence now, though, by Redcliffe. And a lovely pass from Daryl Jenner. Back for Peter Dawes, and he'll sprint away under the post. Jenner just strode through some non-existent defence. Here it comes again. Jenner dummies. Straight past Greg Canescu.
And Mark Murray.
Peter Dawes backing up. And away goes Peter Dawes to score untouched under the pin. This time Greg Anders gets it over with a little more ease. Wynnum-Manly 46. Redcliffe 10. Petero distributes back to Miles. Elects to run it himself. That one-handed pass around the corner to Colin Scott. It's where he had a golf ball in his hand. Back to Scott Lewis. Dawes is there again. This time he puts it on the deck. And it goes into touch as the hooter sounds for full time, and Wynnum-Manly have retained their title as the Winfield State League champions with a resounding victory over Redcliffe. A thoroughly professional performance by Wynnum-Manly, and for their stars, a great warm-up for the State of Origin next week. Wynnum-Manly down Redcliffe by 46 points to 10 here at Lang Park. So the full-time score in the Winfield State League, Wynnum-Manly defeating Redcliffe by 46 points to 10. Let's have a look at the breakdown of the scoring. And Wynnum-Manly tonight ran in 9 tries. Wally Lewis, Greg Dowling, Brian Naylor, Ian French, Bob Lindner, with Gene Miles and Peter Dawes 2 apiece. For Redcliffe, their try scorer was Michael Webb. The goal kicking, Scott 3 from 7, Anders 2 from 2. For Redcliffe, Trevor Benson 3 out of 3.